Alright, into the final parts collecting segment of Luigi's Delicious Dream Team. Let's check out the other part of the Sugar Crash to start off, and then we know we have some tricky bosses waiting for us collectively in the Bounty of Grub, I believe, is the evil Forest of Hope. Oh, that is a... maybe wait until day 17 was a not great idea. I'm thinking reds. Oh, there's even untyped pellet posy, that's pretty cool. This would actually be a really cool spot to give me purples and whites. Sort of a... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get a full party of reds and flower them. Yeah, I can't be running around here with leaf reds, that's ridiculous. You know, I guess actually with the Pikmin² nectar mechanics, having the eggs on ledges is a good way to like actually make it so one nectar spot doesn't effectively give you a full party of flowers, if that's desired. Oh man, it was that was vanilla, wasn't? Or no, the bullbears were in the Bounty of Grub. So let's squash the dwarfs. Oh, that did not go as planned. Those don't get one-shot by being squashed? Alright, I think this is a working strategy. Just sort of overwhelm it. I mean, I have plenty of resources to grow my Pikmin back if I have heavy losses here. I think I need to play semi-aggressively. What happened? Did these eventually go away if you keep hitting them right? Yeah. Alright, well that gives me materials to... God, maybe I just have to do this for the sake of maneuverability. I don't really think having the full 100 is totally ideal, just for crowd control purposes, although not the traditional definition of crowd control. Okay, I was missing the... stomps so much that I didn't realize they didn't do full damage to dwarf ball bearers. Alright, we're in pretty good shape. I mean, honestly, at this point, we could probably just ignore the last batch. I don't know what I thought was going to happen there. Are there bomb rocks in here? That's a question I should figure out. Doesn't look like it. I don't know if that necessarily means there aren't, but where else would they be if they're not in there? Oh right, I forgot that this was just... Oh, right, I forgot that this looks like you should be able to walk up it, and you definitely can't. Okay, where Bomb rocks, bomb rocks. Where are the bomb rocks? Not... Oh, I was gonna say not up there, but they are up there. Let's get some yellows out. Was perhaps bad timing? That's okay, I accounted for it. Is there some up there too? Is this like a collect the bomb rocks mission? Oh, that they were just stacked on top of each other. I thought there weren't very many. I mean, not that 3 is a preponderance, but I think 6 should probably do the trick. Or maybe it's 9 and I have to find more elsewhere. Normally I would let you flower, but no need for that. I have so much nectar that's gonna go to waste probably. You know what? Let's just take these to make it easier to control my guys. Okay, take out the dwarf. Okay, the last big O bulb shouldn't be that hard. Is that the doodly-doo? Yes, okay, good. So that means I could use you here. Yay! Okay. Now at victory lap while I take in the surroundings. Okay, I gotta deal with the fiery blacks. Got some spotty bulb orbs, which aren't that bad. How do I wanna... I think I wanna lure the blacks into the water to quench it, and it is either sitting on the treasure or has eaten the treasure. So I definitely don't want to spend 2 days here unnecessarily, so I think I'm gonna focus on getting that out there ASAP. I guess I could theoretically also lure it all the way across the water, but that seems like it's a recipe to drown a bunch of my beautiful flower reds. That is gonna be pretty tough. I don't usually fight. Oh, actually, you know what? You reds can be useful for breaking down the door while I'm messing around with that fight. But yeah, I think in vanilla I usually will just use bitter spray on fiery bulb axes whenever they're around, so I'm not super experienced, but I think the regular bulb orb rules apply, with the obvious and significant exception that if I'm... Oh jeez. Obvious and significant exception that if I am waking it up to bring it into the water, it is not going to be asleep, which is the good way to fight regular bulb orbs. Oh, I have a very epic number of blue Pikmin. When you see the number 69, you have to say it's epic. It's the internet's joke. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Do you have to wake it up that way? Okay, yes. Rotate around for no reason, confusedly. Not my favorite tactic, but keeping it in the water is probably saving more Pikmin than it's eating. Chronos Reactor. Wow. Okay, you know what? We'll make up for the losses. That's the beauty of Pikmin. It's about death and rebirth. Oh, you're just gonna take it the long way. Okay. No harm in that. And, yeah, I mean, I really don't have any need for more Pikmin. But I will try to pull out some leaves or buds and make sure I have those numbers as good as they can be. Right, blues were pretty much squared away, I forgot. Okay, the ones that lost their status in the fight there can take the nectar then. I guess that door probably doesn't matter anymore. Only the best ships can be this pretty. Alright, so that's 4 more in the Bounty of Grub. At this point I just want to slide down. I should be able to help with this too. Yay! I love to slide. Alright, no buried Pikmin. Yeah, I'm probably gonna use up both of these. Oh wait, there's actually a pretty easy to optimize nectar here. Just don't walk into the fire. Alright. So I'm very much good on flower blues, and I believe reds. I guess I can double check that real quick. As much as I love yellows, they are not really the priority. Although they probably could benefit from it the most, because I think they're the only type I haven't gone out of my way to max out. A little risky to try it at this point, but I could get those eggs at least and get like 20 more. Yeah, they certainly do have a deficit of high rank. Okay, I made use of those last few seconds. I don't think I'm ever going to need a squad of that many yellows, but if I do, I'll have fast ones. And that's what counts. So yeah, I'm hoping 2 days might do the trick in Bounty of Grub. I could very easily see it being 3 just between clearing out the enemies. Should be a bit easier with reds, but might be harder if they're harder enemy types after day 15. I don't normally play the Pikmin² areas that late in the cycle. I kind of forgot about that mechanic. Where are those golden carrots? I actually did think they were gonna be a separate little collectible, but at this point that seems pretty unlikely. It would be pretty funny if it was like, oh, now go back to all these levels and collect this stuff that got added in, but that feels maybe too ambitious. If that is the case, I feel like I could go pretty fast. Okay, so is there a star directly... I'm not exactly sure which way is north, but okay, that prog egg is just there for sickos. It seems. Yeah, because the 4 remaining treasures are accounted for. Alright, well, you'll forgive my cowardice in not pursuing that. So I think, ooh, Boisters! Well, that would be nice if I was hurting on numbers. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just do a quick sweep with the blues. Was that a regular door or a... I think I did need a bomb door to get to that beady arena. I'm not sure if there was anything on this side of the level other than the beady fight, which does need bomb rocks carried up there. Probably 6. Alright. Yeah, I already did. I expect everything I need to with the weight puzzle, with that Puffstool boss. Actually, I can just check the map. So there's a treasure back here that I need the blues for. Easy enough. What was that treasure up there? That's the Puffstool area, isn't it? And then there's that one in the water. So okay, 2 of them are easy. One of them I know is going to be exactly as hard as beating a custom long legs. And one I am not exactly sure how I missed. Alright, let's go! Can you tell I am getting a little lazy with it? 2 Pikmin for a quick ball bear kill. Who can complain? But yeah, if I had bothered bringing reds out, that would have certainly been casualty free, so maybe I should do that. Okay, so can I get to that area from this outer bit then? There's a lot of enemies around here, but looks like it's possible. What was... Oh, that was just the boulder spitter, I think. We're getting there. Where is the... There's a treasure up here? Huh? Can you... Oh, can you kill those? Maybe with bomb rocks? I would suspect it would be with bomb rocks. That's like what it's gotta be, though. Very interesting. Alright, I think... Perhaps I will get a dream team of reds to clear out the ball bearers. And if I can do some stuff with bomb rocks today, open up the way to the long legs, I think that would be a fitting final, non-final trial part. Yeah, I always really like the Boisters. So, a lot of Pikmin you get from their tail for relatively little effort. They also, I think, take damage if you Goomba Stomp them, which is interesting. Oh, this was a good area to save for last, because I could do a lot of flower farming with the Mamuda if I'm so inclined. Not sure if that's the path I'm gonna take. Oh, that's funny. Frog on a log. Did I lose Pikmin there? No, I thought I heard the squish, but those are just log pulls. Oh yeah, I already bumped that, I forgot. Alright, might as well collect. I think we're breaking 1,000 on this one. Alright, let's get... I think 40 red should do the trick. One more. Okay, no reason to specifically exclude the blues from the party. That was some masterful aim. Moo! Did you know in real life toady bloisters also make a mooing sound? The real animal, I mean, I guess they're based on slugs. There's definitely some kind of mollusk that is kind of like that. I should know more mollusks facts. I will do better in the future. I should be able to tell you exactly why they look like that. So I think there might be ones that actually have weird bulby structures. There you go. Well, I don't think I ever realized how important reds are until this playthrough. This is very fun. Might try to find more Pikmin 1 hacks. It's like kind of interesting working with the limited mechanics beyond what they give you. Alright, so I think it's down to the yellows. Yeah, should... Oh no, I'm gonna want more blues later to fight the long legs, I think, but... Oh, I did bad timing on that if I didn't want to spend time plucking. Whoops. Yeah, I guess there's nothing that says I ever have to pluck those, but I would like to have a full party for boss fighting. But let's get... There's a lot of bomb rocks in this level. I think 25 is not overkill. Though, I also have no idea how many I need for the statues, or if that's even going to work. Let's see, I'll start it on this one just for simplicity. Okay, looks like it's 3 per statue. That's a fair rate. Oh, not if you do it that way. That is very funny. And look, it's the distant spring. I need more Pikmins. Well, I mean, collecting that is no big deal now. So let's make sure all of the walls we want are open. The noble honey wisp. I want the fire one to come back now that I have reds. Was that in this level? I think it was. Oh, forgot about that. Let's put these reds to use while they're out. I guess there's also the line of thought of using the reds against this big tough long legs, but I'm not exactly sure how far down it dangles if, like, using... You know what, I'm gonna just max out my red count so new Pikmin sprouts can't spawn. But yeah, I'm not sure if you need yellows just to reach it like the normal one. Or if that's just makes it easier to reach, which might also be how the normal one actually works. It never occurs to me to do it with any other type in Pikmin 1, but I think Pikmin 2, your options are open. Or I might just be thinking of the Raging Longlegs, which reaches down further. It is tempting to just bust open the prog. You know what, that's important for the Picklepedia, that's a type of 100%ing. And I did make a solemn promise I would 100% everything, I think. I didn't. Alright, before I get too lost in the sauce, let's get these bombs delivered. Okay. So yeah, the only reason I was thinking of bringing blues over here was, well, obviously so they could get the treasure back, but also because there's water in the arena. In a lot of ways, blues seem like the least optimal type to fight with, but fight to type with. Get back down there, will ya? Oh. Where are my Pikmin? Are they all at the base? Probably. Okay. Once I see the 100, I'm happy to end the day. And, yeah, finishing this up in one more day should be pretty doable, I think. You know what, I'll tip my hat early. I doubt that the fight is going to take me anywhere near the entire day. I think my plan will be collect the spring, collect the boss treasure, and then saying mercilessly slaughter a bunch of blues is a sad way to put it, but I will wake up the prog and do my best to fight it. And when that's the only thing on my plate, I might actually do a decent job. And then, we're on to the final trial equivalent. I always wondered why Louis was so muscular. I've done a pretty good job getting my Pikmin levels close to each other. That really wasn't even intentional at this point. Oh, what new creature did I see? Oh, for beating it. That's good. Dirt can taste good. So yeah, what am I missing in terms of enemies? Final boss. Oh, the 2 bosses in that level. The basic enemies are the ones that are stumping me. I'm not really sure what I wasn't interacting with. The fiery and watery blowhogs didn't... Maybe I never took any of those back to the ship or something? My solemn 100% promise might not be as solemn or kept as you would hope. Oop. Okay, so... let's just see what it looks like to fight this thing with blues, and if I'm having trouble reaching, I will switch back to yellow. Thankfully everything stayed clear out. So it's going to land in that very specific silhouette. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, I'd rather it be me than the Pikmin, but I guess it can be both. Yeah, that looks like only yellows can get to it. But if I can bait out its attack... yeah, that seems to be the ticket. Does it have like a cycle of how many steps it does before the big... ugh. Okay, that was too close. Alright, so Reds definitely could fight it. It always goes out a little further than I expect it to, and then I'm so close when it is actually landed. Is that doing damage? Well, bringing Reds over there seems like it would be kind of a pain. I hope its damage stays on it. I think I'm gonna stick with like 30. Oh, and I'm out of flowers too. Well, they went to... I wouldn't call that a good place, but where they're needed. I doubt I'm gonna be using blues. Oh, I mean, I have no idea. Maybe I will use blues extensively in the final boss. Okay, so it does that regardless of if anything's aggroed. I think just not having to deal with water hazard on top of everything else is a good idea. Oh, man, is that the right spot? Okay, that's something of a sweet spot. Oh, that's... it just moves its legs a lot further than I'd expect. It doesn't move the leg I expect it to either. It's like doing everything it can to mess with my totally great default long legs. Knowledge. Oh! I was wondering what that was gonna turn into. Maybe that's a sign I should be doing this with yellows, but I mean, they're not gonna do any more damage. Oh, does it sometimes get stuck like a Snagret? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Okay, is it a 12-step cycle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. Yes, it is. Okay, I think I figured this thing out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't beat it in a day. Maybe reds would be the trick. It's not that hard to stay out of the water. And now that I know its pattern, I don't have to... Well, I mean, I say it's not hard to stay out of the water, but the water in the middle does kinda limit your options. And it's blue, that means you're supposed to fight it with blue Pikmin. Well, at least I have its health sort of close to how much of the day has elapsed. And if I do have to come back one more day for the spring, I have a feeling I'll have plenty of pity sprouts up in this area. I like the noise it makes. Maybe there is something you can do by aggroing the legs, but that does not usually seem like a good idea with long legs is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is such a fun counting to 12 simulator. Part of me is thinking like, oh, I've gotten this down enough that I could bring in more Pikmin, but like, the number of Pikmin I have isn't really the issue here. Also, that type of thing is a good reason not to bring more Pikmin, I think. Why is it not stomping anymore? Do I need to, like, leave it on while it shakes? Okay, I should be doing my fast throw here. Maybe you can just, like, swarm it and it does damage. I feel like just the way it's colored makes me think it's that upper area that you want to be hitting, but... Ugh. I mean, it is obviously taking damage on the bottom, so... Oops. Oh my god, that range. Not clear if that worked, but... I think it's on its last legs. By the way, I'm not counting this as Pikmin neglect. It's maybe slightly irresponsible, but I think every time you fight a new boss, you get one free Pikmin extinction, no questions asked. Oh my god. That should do it, right? Whew! That was challenging. But a nice big reward for it. The bowsprit! Well, time to get a lot of blue Pikmin. Honestly, you know what? It's a little sad, but I have so few flower blues. I think I'm gonna grab that, I hope I can grab the spring with the reds. Yeah, that was on the ground. Alright, and... see, that one's further away, but these blues are so slow, and I'm gonna have them collect the pellets. And the bowsprit's a big part. Actually, you know what? That is a very worthwhile honey wisp. Could you? Thank you. I don't think I've ever seen it get hit and not drop the nectar before. Get the ones that'll give you more. Really does not at all matter, but it makes me happy. And my happiness does matter. Alright, well I'd have to imagine that's the biggest loss of any one day, but... if this doesn't go the way I want it to, maybe we'll have time to read up some more. I forgot that that had 35 minimum. I thought it was... well, I didn't forget. That's why I picked 35, but... I don't know what I was thinking. I was traumatized by getting a bunch of Pikmin smashed. But I think we're... yeah, we should... I'll just bring my flower blues to help that along. Probably would have been fine on its own anyway. I forgot I went the long way. Well, overall, this might be my favorite level. I think it just feels so different from Forest of Hope while having the same floor plan. And I love the texturing. And like the new boss is very cool, and the new boulder spitters, and you see all that stuff for the first time here. Good place to spend that effort for the hack, but all the levels are very cool. Bow. I didn't realize it made that sound. I assume that was a spring. Alright. The Orca is complete, I assume. I wonder if the piggy bank's gonna be like retextured to be the carrot bank. Alright, well I'm very interested to see the Picklopedia entry. I wonder if this will break the pattern of having funny, informal names and give me a proper name to call it. Where did those blues go? There shouldn't even be a pathing issue to that onion. Also, whoops, I never fought the Prague. I think the blues suffered enough today. I'm gonna freak out if I ever find that in the randomizer. Ah, the last course. That is hilarious. Alright, well, alright, I am gonna read the mystery long legs, maybe get that name, but the part is coming to a close. Scary giant spider broke my spine earlier. I guess scary long legs would work, but alright, delicious last course. I am not sure what that is in the thumbnail, but we'll find out. Thanks for watching.